A very good morning to all of you students. Today we will continue our chapter number 3 of economics, poverty as a challenge. Students, open your economics book, page number 34. Today we will read a story of Shiv Raman related to negligence towards the girl children in the family. Shiv Raman lives in a small village near Karur town in Tamil Nadu. Karur is famous for its handloom and powerloom fabrics. There are 100 families in the village. Shiv Raman, an cobbler by caste, now works as an agricultural laborer for rupees 50 per day. But that's only for 5 to 6 months in a year. At the other times, he does not odd jobs in the town. His wife, Shashikala, too works with him, but she can rarely find work with these days, and even if she does, she has paid rupees 25 per day for the same work that Shivraman does. There are 8 members in the family. Shivraman's 65-year-old widowed mother is ill and needs to be helped with her daily chores. He has a 25-year-old unmarried sister who and 4 children aged between 1 year to 16 years. 3 of them are girls. 3 of them are girls. The youngest is a son. None of the girls go to school. Buying books and other things for school-going girls is a luxury he cannot afford. Also, he has to get them married at some point of time. So, he doesn't want to spend money on their education now. His mother has lost interest in life and is just waiting to die someday. His sister and elder daughter take care of the household. Shiv Raman plans to send his son to school when he comes of age. His unmarried sister does not get along with his wife. Shashikala finds her a burden, but Shiv Raman can't find a suitable groom due to lack of money. Although the family has difficulty in arranging 2 meals a day. Shiv Raman manages to buy milk once in a while, but only for his son. Now, let's discuss the following questions. Students, you have to observe some of the poor families around you and try to find the following. Which social and economic group do they belong to? Second, who are the earning members in the family? What is the condition of the old people in the family? Are all the children, boys and girls, attending schools? Now, our next topic is interstate disparities. Poverty in India also has another aspect or dimension. The proportion of poor people is not the same in every state. Although state level poverty has witnessed a secular decline from the levels of early 70s, the success rate of reducing poverty varies from state to state. Poverty is a problem in all the 28 states and 7 union territories of India. However, the poverty ratio or the percentage of population living in poverty is not uniform all over the country. It varies across different states. As you can see from the graph here, Bihar and Odisha continue to be the 2 poorest states with poverty ratios of 33.7% and 32.6% respectively. Besides Odisha and Bihar, the poverty ratio in Madhya Pradesh, Assam and Uttar Pradesh are also much higher than the all India poverty ratio of 21.9%. On the other end of the graph, the states of Delhi, Andhra Pradesh, Punjab, Himachal Pradesh and Kerala has the lowest poverty ratios in the country. Since the 1970s, there has been a general decline in the poverty ratios for all the states of India. Here again, some states have done better than the others. In comparison with the poverty levels, the states that shown the most significant decline in poverty are West Bengal, Karnataka, Maharashtra, Gujarat, Rajasthan, Tripura, and Tamil Nadu and Haryana. The decline in poverty in Punjab and Haryana was given by high agricultural growth in India after the Green Revolution. In West Bengal, the decline in poverty is associated with land reforms that aim to improve the condition of small features and agricultural workers. In the states of Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu, a well improved public distribution system of food grains is the likely cause of decline in the poverty. Kerala has the highest literacy rate in India for both its male and female population. This focus on education and training and development of human resources has led to the decline in poverty in Kerala. Thus, we see that a high agricultural growth rate and land reforms, good public distribution system, and focus on education and training are some of the ways that poverty has successfully reduced in India.